Hello everyone. So today we are going to analyze sixth NCERT Polity book, how to study it, which are the chapters which are important and where you should focus on this book. Because I have seen on YouTube that they have completed this whole book for 4 to 5, 6, 7 hours. Some have completed it for 9 hours. But trust me, if you give that much of time only for sixth NCERT, you will feel fatigue and you will not complete the UPSC syllabus. Okay, so you see this book, sixth NCERT polity book, that is, social and political life part 1, has 9 chapters. Okay, so in this first unit they have the unit name called diversity, in which chapter 1 and chapter 2 speaks about diversity. These two chapters are very important for your mains, state PSC mains as well as UPSC mains. Okay, so as well as they can ask some question, because nowadays there is a lot of application based common sense based questions can also be asked in your preliminary examinations, right? So in first chapter, understanding diversity, so they have tried to define what is diversity and what is inequality. There's a slight difference between diversity and inequality. See, I being Hindu, you being Muslim is a diversity, but I being rich and you being poor is not a diversity. We can't celebrate it as a fact that it is diversity. It is basically inequality. So that they have tried to explain here. And in chapter 2 they have introduced two new words, very important words, which if you use in your mains answer writing will be very fruitful. These two words are prejudice and stereotypes. Okay, so how basically, because of diversity, so diversity is not always celebrated, because of you looking different, you have different culture, you have different language, you will be judged, okay, negatively. So that is nothing but prejudice. So that, and stereotype in the sense, you are fixating particular community or particular gender to particular point of work or particular characteristics. You are giving particular characteristics for particular gender or particular community. Let's say for example, boys don't cry. So if you cry, that are you a girl, are you crying? So basically crying is a girl thing. So that is a stereotypes. Such type of stereotypes usually we use for gender stereotype. Such type of stereotypes have been created around us in the society. So that has been explained here, like stereotypes. And when people act on this prejudice and stereotypes, because they have this preconceived notion, prejudgment, negative judgment, this creates the discrimination. Okay, so this is common. Generally they have spoken about the society, not only Indian society, in overall society, but they have also given the Indian society the special characteristic of discrimination that you can see in Indian society is the caste system. They have tried to explain about the caste system, and they have given a brief introduction about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, and they have used certain words such as Dalits, and these words are very important keywords. Okay, next, chapter 2, unit 2 deals with the government. So this is very brief. Okay, you just have to go through the video of this chapter. That's more than enough, because see, the broader aspect of the government is not discussed in 6th NCERT. So they try to make you understand what is government, what are the functions of the government, such as decision making, peacekeeping, disaster management, international managing international relations, etc. That is being dealt in this chapter. And they have tried to explain, differentiate between the democratic government and non-democratic government. Democratic government in the sense, people ruling themselves either directly or indirectly in the sense representative democracy, such as India and USA, that they have tried to explain in this chapter. And non-democracy in the sense monarchy, where you can take an example of North Korea. These examples have not been given, but I have pitched in these examples. North Korea is ruled by a single person. Saudi Arabia so is a monarchy. So such difference between democracy and non-democracy. And in chapter 4 they try to explain the key elements of the democratic government. So key elements of democratic government, there are a lot of key elements or their key features, but they have tried to explain very basic features such as universal adult franchise, having regular elections, okay, equality, and justice, participation of the people in different ways, such as in elections 5 years once, at the same time criticizing the government in the newspapers, media, and rally. Okay, so social movement. So those things have been explained here. So very subtly, very simply explained, but very important, so that it will build a base for you. Then unit 3 deals with the local government and administration. This is very important for your prelims as well as mains and GS paper 2 governance, basic for your governance GS paper 2, and state PSC, state public service commission exams also, they are very important. Okay, so in which first they try to explain the panchayat raj system. So fine, so we have 3-tier system. I mean, we have 3 level of the government: central government, state government, and at the third level, that is, we have the local administration or local government. But in local government, if you are living in city, that is the urban government or district administration. If you are living in the rural areas, then that is basically the panchayat raj, right? And in chapter 5 they've completely covered about panchayat raj. There are a lot of important keywords such as gram sabha, okay, gram panchayat, what is gram panchayat, so how the elections will be conducted. Usually the local government elections will be taken care by state election commission, and the central government and state government elections will be taken care by election commission of India, right? So these things have been covered there. And these 3 chapters are, especially chapter 5 is very, very important. Okay, chapter 6 and 7, you just read them, skim through it, that's more than enough. And livelihoods is a very general chapter. You know already that what are the livelihood activities that are happening in rural areas and urban areas. In urban areas, what are the jobs that they are engaged in, and rural areas, what are the jobs that are they engaged. This is not important, you can skip these chapters, not important. Okay, so I hope I made it very clear that what you have to study and what not to study in 6th standard NCERT Polity. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the classes.